Welcome along, fellow drifters, to another video. Today's video we're going to be going through the garage functions. Now the garage is quite big in what it's got. It's just jam-packed with features, and it's one of the main cores of the game itself. So there's going to be a whole video just dedicated to the garage. Without further ado, we're just going to get straight into it. So the garage button, if you want to get to it, the garage, you press the garage button right there. And here, straight up, is the first things you see on the garage screen. In the top left corner, you'll see your car's name, the rarity, what drivetrain it's got, its power, its fighting spirit, and you'll also see what's called affinity level. Now, affinity level is where, as you race the car, it levels up and gets more powerful over time, to the point where it becomes maxed. So the more you use it, the more you race it, the stronger it gets, which encourages you to try and use one car and build it up until you've completely maxed it. And next to the names and stuff, you'll see 5 different stat boxes. You'll see your speed, acceleration, handling, nitrous power, and you'll also see your gas consumption. These are the 5 main cores of your car. The 4 stats pretty much just determine how fast your car's going to be, and are of massive concern when you're trying to compete in like ranked time battle, or real-time battle, like in the ranked modes, and even events as well. Gas consumption is mainly for determining how much you can play the game before you have to start using gas tanks to refill your gas. It's also what helps determine what cars are going to be best for grinding out events and getting up to those top ranks. As you can see, there are 3 tabs at the bottom. You've got car, parts, and companions, and across the 3 tabs there are 4 buttons that are consistent. You've got settings, you have exchange sale, car box, and garage switching. Now I would show you the settings option, but because this car is in an expedition, it's giving me a pop-up. You can't install or uninstall any parts in this car. The car's in an expedition, it's not about. So instead we'll go to the car list screen. Now the car list screen here, you can see all the different cars you've acquired. Your garage can fit a max of 100 cars at a time. Yeah, 100 cars at a time. You can't increase this number, unfortunately. That is just how the game is programmed to be. Now if you want to pick a car, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either tap on a car you want to pick and press this middle button here, or you can just double tap. You can just tap again on a car you've highlighted and it will switch cars. Very simple, very easy. Now if you want to stop a car from being traded away or sold accidentally, you can use this button here to favorite it. It'll put the lock symbol there. If you've already favorited a car and hit the button like I just did, it unfavorites it. So now you can sell it, now you can trade it, you can use it for car synthesis material and so on. So we'll just favorite that car again, because I don't want to get rid of it. It was a nice prize car. And this is the settings button here. What I'm going to do for this settings part, I'm just going to switch to alright, let's go for a 6-star car here. So you can highlight a car, hit settings, and now you're taken to the settings screen. So here you have various boxes and they are all empty at the moment. The first one on the left is companions. Companions install immediately and do not take any time at all to install. Now on the screen you can see all the companions you've got. Mine's are filtered by technique. If you tap in the middle there where technique is listed, you've got different options you can have a look at. These are like your main category filters. You've got power, speed, technique, or you can just go all. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just use the arrow buttons instead. Next to the up and down arrows, which is like, these are your filter options. These are all different kinds of filters you can use for filtering like what you want to sort companions by, and this works even for cars and parts. I will show the descriptions. I will show names of these filters on the screen. I won't go through them because that'll take too much time from the video, because we do want to just get through all this stuff. And so if I want to pick a companion, I can just go, alright, we'll go this one. If I hit the left button, it'll be like, no, not installing it. If I hit the right button, it will install the companion onto the car. But on the screen you can see just a brief description like how much your stats are going to increase or decrease by for those 3 individual stats. You can also see like what level the companion is at, if it's favoured or not, and what skills it's got, which works the same for parts as well. If you use this button down the bottom here, you can switch between the different displays. So you can look at rarity, level, what cars the companions are installed into, if they are, and their stats. So we'll just equip one as an example. Bang! That is a companion equipped. It's just instant. I can go back. I can, if we have a look and find it. I do apologize if something I lost track of it. Let's pick another one. Let's go this one here. Bang. I can go back. You can tap on the same companion and just go uninstall. Bang. The companion is no longer installed. Now we move on to parts. You've got engine, transmission, tires, nitrous, ECU, and then you got two free spots. Free spots are for your other parts, which can add further to your acceleration, speed, or handling. I know Bandai Namco has announced that sometime in the future they will be upgrading this section to some degree. We don't know yet, unfortunately, what that entirely means. Once it updates, I will make an update video explaining what that feature is. Once we find out more, really, because like all we know is just, hey, more customization is being added. We don't exactly know fully what it entails. But anyway, if I want to add a part, I can just click on, let's say, free, for example, and I can have a look through my list here. And the same with the other filters. You can go through here. The names of the filters will be on the screen. You can tap a filter and then sort it with the up and down arrows. And if you just want to show any parts that are not installed or you can't install, like just want to show parts that only you are allowed to install, you can just hit that button and every single part you are allowed to install shows up. Now if I click on a part, it's giving me the stats for how much my speed is going to increase by, or how much my handling is going to increase by, and it's giving me a time frame of how long this part's going to install. The higher the grade the parts are, the more time it takes to install them. So I can hit no, or I can hit yes, install it. And same with the companions, you can use this button to change rarity, level, and stats. You won't be able to see what cars are equipped to, unfortunately, with these options. So we'll just go yes, an example, bang. And now it's installing 14 seconds. And once it installs, it'll come up with just a message on your screen saying, hey, your car has finished installing these parts, check it out. Which you'll see in a second. There it is. Now, let's add a part that's going to take more time. 40 seconds. Alright, so I can look at the screen here. If I want to increase the speed of the installation, I can either watch an ad bonus, or I can use a part installation ticket to speed it up. Now, you can get same-day limited parts installation tickets. If you don't have any, the option won't show up, but if you do have some, it will show up just above the parts installation tickets here. So I'm going to spend a ticket, and it'll just instantly increase the time. But since we've been waiting, it's only going to take a few more seconds for the parts to install anyway. Now, if you do not have a companion installed, the button at the bottom on the right will remain unhighlighted. But as soon as you install a companion, you can press the skill button here to show these are the skills that your companion's got, and you can just switch between showing the skills and then showing off the actual companion itself. It's looking at the stats properly. That's all the button really does. Alright, so uninstall companion. Now, if you want to uninstall every single part that's on the car, you can tap the button in the middle and hit this here, bang. All the parts have been uninstalled. It's a quick, easy way to just get rid of everything. Now, there's a button on the left, which I just tapped. Two different options with installing recommended parts. So what this is asking you is, do you want to get recommendations of parts to install from parts that are equipped to other cars, or not? If you hit the button on the left, the game will try to look at every single companion you've got, every single part you've got, pick what's the best, and give you the recommendation of installing them. So it's picking out parts from different cars and companions. My best companion is currently in an expedition, so I can't equip it. So this is the next best one that's available. Because if a car is on an expedition, any parts and companions that are equipped to it cannot be selected whatsoever. We'll get to expeditions later. But here's just giving you details, even shows you what cars they're being installed from, and shows you the skills of your companion, and shows you the stat increases. And shows you the total time here, which is going to be 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 40 seconds. Now, if I'm happy with the selection, I can hit the settings, settings confirm button at the bottom. Otherwise, I can just hit the X and cancel that out. If I don't want to install parts from other cars, you hit the button on the right here, and it gives you the next best options. Any part that's not on a car and that's available. So I then can go yes, and now all these parts will start installing. And then again, if I want to remove them, I can hit the middle button, yes, bang, the installation is cancelled. So yes, as I explained before, if you see these red bars in the middle, it means these cars are on expeditions. Same goes for parts, it means you cannot change the parts that are in these cars, and you also cannot use the parts because they're currently installed to a car that's in an expedition. Now this little driver icon above the favorite symbol is just showing you what car you got currently selected. And you obviously, if you back out, you'll see your current car in the garage. Yeah, that was it there. Alright, now the next option we've got is dress up. Now different cars have different dress up options. Some have body kits, some have rear wings, some have wrapping, some have mufflers and so on. With a car like this is pretty basic. I can change the wheels, so I can pick whatever rims I want from whatever brands I've got available. I can just go equip them like so. And that's the rims equipped, and once you back out, the option is saved and the rims will stay like that. So then I can go all the way back, hit the default, and do that. And on the right here, you've got different options. You've got rider height options, so I can lower the car, or I can increase the car's rider height. You can also change the camber of the wheels, so you can do the front wheels like so. You can do the back wheels as well, like so. And then you've got the offset options as well, which is change how far in or out the wheels are. So like if I increase the value, the wheels go in. If I decrease the value, the wheels go out. And the same option applies for the back wheels as well. So you can do a bunch of customization like that there. Now if I select a car that has some more customization options, so we go for a normal car that has more customization. Let's go the Suzuki Swift Sport. We go dress up. Here you can have a look at different options. So you can actually have a look at coloring and stickers. Now the R34 did have coloring and stickers, but I chose just to remove them because I don't want it. I'm going to leave it like that. So this car has got colors, so you can change whatever color you want. This is very basic colors, very basic, but still got the options there. And also wrapping sticker, so you can either have it on or you can have it off. Just depends on what your flavor is. Oh whoops, we actually got to have it. Back into it. Okay, now here's more customization. You got rear wing. So with normal cars, you unlock rear wings based on the rarity you get to, and the body kits as well. Different cars have different requirements for body kits and stuff. You can really check it out more on the Dressup wiki, what the different shapes are in that. But typically how it goes is if you've got a 4-star car, if you upgrade to 5-star, you'll start unlocking rear wings, and if you upgrade to 6-star, you'll start unlocking body kits. And then for some cars that are 5-star, you end up unlocking, like once you get to 6-star, you end up unlocking the body kits, and I do believe the rear wings are not. No, I do believe the rear wings are separate. We can have a look at that later, but yeah. With this, okay, see, I've got a body kit installed onto this car, and it's asking, okay, you're trying to select the rear wing. Do you want to unequip the body kit? If I go yes, bang, the body kit is unequipped, and I can just change rear wings. Here we go default, and I can go to body kits, and I can start adding the body kits here. So we've just got the different options there, and then the wheel options are the same. Now, if we do find let's see if we can find, we've got filters here as well for different car categories. This is more complex. So you can select individual filters, go OK, and it'll show the cars just based on those, or you can hit cancel to cancel that out. You can even use this button to select all or unselect all, and then you can just use these arrows to navigate left and right as well. One thing of note, these little yellow boxes here, like these yellow sections here underneath the favorite icon, this is showing you like if the car has hit the upper rarity limit or not. If it has, it'll highlight yellow. If you have not got a car, or if you haven't got a copy of the car, or if you've never hit the upper rarity limit of that particular car before, it won't be highlighted yellow. That's just what that means there. It doesn't really add anything different. It's just to help distinguish, like, oh, you've already done this before, or indicates like, oh, you've probably got the highest rarity car already in your collection somewhere. What I've found that at times, you can hit the upper rarity limit of a car, get rid of that copy, and it will still show that you've hit the upper rarity limit before. That's what that does. It's a bit redundant if you can do that, but that's just how they've done the game. And now other cars that have the most customization possible, actually use notification bar, are XD cars. XD cars offer the most customization possible. So you can go Dressup and you can select lots of different things. You can go body kits, front bumpers, side skirts, you can go rear bumpers, you can go bonnets, mufflers, rear wings, even the wheels, and then you can do the underlights, and you can customize the license plate as well. Now, a lot of these options, majority of these options, except for the wheels and the license plate, all cost XD material. So each part has specific materials. You need to spend materials to unlock them. So let's say I want to unlock body kit C. You also need to hit rarity requirements as well. So like this body kit costs 200 materials, and I need to have it needs to be 7-star or higher, which my car is 7-star. So you got three options here. You can hit the orange button to cancel. You can hit the middle button to preview what the body kit looks like, and then you can hit the right button here to acquire it. And you can use a combination of materials and gold, or you can just use gold if you really want. Ask me the option here. Do I want to purchase this option? I can go cancel, or I can just go okay, bang. I've now bought the body kit. And that is my new body kit for my XD car. And XD cars have lots of customization with coloring and stickers. So you can go for regular colors with the cars. You can go for custom colors, where you can pick main colors and secondary colors out of these select options here. There's a new color. I have not seen this yet. It's carbon fiber. Hello. Well, I'm unlocking that. Thank you very much, carbon fiber. That actually looks really nice. With the colors themselves, if we just go back to my, yep, that's the grey one. You can change the gloss level of the color. So you can go matte, or you can go like really glossy. And then you can also change the pearl color as well, so that like the pearl shine. So you can increase it to 10 for lots of shine, or you can take it down to 0 for no pearl shine whatsoever. Then you got secondary colors as well. If you use this option here, you can change the arrangement of the main and secondary colors, so you can create different unique options here. So like for example, if you're wanting to go like a carbon fiber hood, if we just find bonnet only, and then we go to the option here, we've got a carbon fiber hood. This looks really neat. And what I've noticed with the carbon fiber is that you cannot change the gloss and you cannot change the pearl. This is the only color that does that so far. I'm not sure when they added this, but hey, new option, I will take it. Yeah, for now we will just put that back to normal. And then you got special colors as well. which they do cost quite a bit. So like, why not? I'll acquire this one as well. I'll have to get more points later on. But yeah, you can get different special pearl colors. Now we'll just put the color back to normal. And also you've got, we've got wrapping stickers. So you can create different vinyls, decals and that, like using the custom options that they have. So wrapping stickers from different categories. You can turn it on or you can turn it off, like so. And you can only use 3 at a time. Now in this section you can actually rearrange the stickers like so. You just hold and drag, which is quite cool. So like, I can change the order of this if I really want to. Put them on top. And then I can just rearrange that back again like so. And lastly, you've got add-on stickers. So you cannot rearrange stickers, unfortunately. But you can... so you can't rearrange them in individual order. You have to add them individually. Like, you got to add them in specific order. It's very annoying, but... just how they do it. So you can add stickers to different parts of the car. So you can use the camera button to change where you want to look at, like where you want the main focus to be. So you want to go to the rear bumper, or you can go side skirt, outside, top, on the roof. You do that like so. You can tap a sticker. If you're adding it for the first time, you can just move it around. You can zoom in or use 2 fingers to move up, down, left and right. If you're not happy with the selection, you can hit cancel. It won't add the sticker. If you hit OK, it preserves it there. If you want to get rid of the sticker, you hit the middle button, it'll delete it. And then if you want to delete it every sticker you've got on the car, you can hit the trash button there. It'll just ask you if you want to remove the sticker or not. You can go cancel or you go OK, and it gets rid of them. And at the top, you've got different options. You can change the sizing of the stickers. You can also change the angle of the stickers, the rotation. You can also add mirroring options as well. So you can have it if it's going to actually do what I want. Is it going? Nope, it's not doing it. For some reason, this game does this for some reason. There we go, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so this will like act like it's either you're copying it exactly as is. So if I put that there and go okay, and we look on the side, it's like a true mirror. And then if we hit the sticker, do that. So like that, so that mirror option looks like it's actually morphing through the car and being imprinted out on the other side. The other option, however, like mirrors it completely. So however it looks on this side, it will look on this side as well. So just different options you can use there for your stickers, and there's lots of different categories as well. You got numbers, you've got emblems, you've got symbols, you've got cutes, you got messages, you got collaboration ones, and you've got special ones as well. So lots of different stickers you can use, and you can have 20 total stickers. That's customization there. It's a whole world with XD cars. You can get into that as much as you like, completely up to you. Next option, we have the car synthesis. Now this is a big one. This is how you upgrade your cars. So eventually lights, here we go. Alright, so every car has synthesis points. So to upgrade this car, like by one synthesis level, you need like one bit of rarity. You need to use 2,000 points. This it means it costs 2,000 medals. But with other cars, like cars have their own point values, depending on what rarity they are. So like this car itself, because it's upgraded to 5++, it's 6,000 points in total. And there's 2 different options you can use to upgrade the rarities. You can either look for an identical material, which I don't have any for this car, or I can use metals instead. Now XD cars, you cannot use metals at all for XD cars. That's an important note there. So what we'll do, we'll change to a different car because I don't want to mess this car up by upgrading it to a different rarity. We will go, if this is going to load, because they added a new feature, loading's been very slow. Here we go. The Peacemaker. Oh, excuse me. We'll let that load. Alright, so see, each car has different point values, and you see where cars are stored as well. So you can go, okay, I want to change what this. If you hit this button here, you can change to see like, see if a car is favorited or not. You see what level it is, what rarity it is as well, how many points. So that way, like, because what happens when you combine cars together that have affinity, the affinity will get carried over to the new version, so you won't lose that affinity whatsoever. Previously, that used to happen, but now it doesn't, which is great. So you can select any materials. If you want to unselect everything, you just hit that button there, unselect everything. So I can select one, hit this orange button here, and it's just giving you confirmation. Hey, do you want to use these materials? So I can do that. Add the metals. And it's just saying, hey, this is a summary of your materials. Do you want to do that? You can go yes or no. In this case, I'll just remove the metals. You can go max if you really want to. That will take it to the max rarity possible, or as many metals as you got. I want to remove those. I'm going to go yes. Synthesize. If this will load. This one takes forever because of limit release. And there we go. The synthesis level has just been upgraded to 5-star plus, and it shows the increase in stats and also the increase in the part grades you can install on G cars. Now, for selecting cars, you can either tap on that box there, or you can tap the button underneath it. And with selecting cars, you can use either one or two options. You can like use the filtering options here, which do remain the same as how they were in that car select screen. You can use this button here to pick any car you've got in your garage or your storage, regardless of like whether you got materials or not, or you just look for cars that only have materials, like extra materials. So like it will only show the cars that I have copies of. And as you may have noticed, if you hit this button here, you can look through your other car list, so your car boxes, and you can combine cars from there. So I can go to my storage, because I've put all the names in English, and I can look for the other Peacemaker I had in my car box, which if I do find it, okay, it looks like it's not coming up because I do not have extra materials of the Peacemaker at 5 stars, so we'll just find it here. If the game doesn't lag for me, there is it. Let me just wait for it to load. And now, as you can see, if you've got any cars that are higher rarity than the car itself, or just aren't available as material, or just isn't available because it's been favorited, you will not see them in the material list at all. So that is one thing to try and keep in mind when you are using this feature. It's like if I find the Peacemaker again, the other one, okay, even though it's not favorited, it still won't show up because the rarity is much higher than what the card that I selected is, so they won't show up at all, and you won't be allowed to use them. So that's the car synthesis feature there in a nutshell. Now the big thing that's been added, which I will show an example by picking a different car very quickly. The limit release is a new feature that was recently added. So I'm going to pick this car here. Limit release. This is the next big change that they added to Dressup. This helps upgrade the base stats of your car, makes them even stronger than before. and it requires special materials called limit release gears. So different cars can upgrade to different levels. 5-star cars can upgrade to limit level 1, like limit release level 1. 6-star can go to level 2, 7-star can go to level 3, and 8-star can go to level 4. Every level you go up, the amount of stats, the stats increase gets lower and lower. It starts at 20 and then goes all the way to, I believe, 5. We have not seen what level 4 looks like yet, but it's predicted that level 4 will only increase the stats by 5 for your speed, acceleration, handling, and nitrous. So, as an example, I've got plenty of limit release gear type 1s. We'll go limit release. I'm just showing, hey, do you want to limit release this car? Okay, yes. Wait for the game to load, because limit release and car synthesis for some reason has gotten incredibly laggy. Sucks, but it's just what happens when they add these new features. There we go, and now we are at limit release 1, and fancy little animation there. It's glowing saying, hey, your car has now been limit released 1 time by 1 level, and see, my stats have gone up. And now I can do it again, but it requires different materials this time. It will require more of the type 1 gears, but it will also require type 2 gears for level 2, as you can see here. So if the picture will load, it doesn't look like it's going to load anytime soon, it's so laggy. But yeah, they have like bronze looking gears. If it just, oh, there it is. Right as I'm going to pick up a car, which I do apologize. This is not very nice. There's a lag. Alright, let's go back. And let's limit release this again. So you can see you can keep doing this. And once you hit the max, the car will automatically unselect itself. You won't be able to limit release it anymore. So we'll just let that process through. There we go. It's been limit released yet again. And now I'm at the max for this car. So just wait for that to load. I do apologize for having mistakes. Hopefully the band name address. Okay, so the car does not automatically unequip itself, or unselect itself, but just you can't limit release it anymore. You're done with that there. And so the base car, I can change that now. We can change it to I don't believe I have a different car that's at level 2. But level 2 requires the so level 2 for level 3 it requires these type 3 gears, which cost even more. And then level 4 requires even much more expensive gears. Well, gears are much harder to acquire. Now, the options are the same as like with car synthesis. You've got cars that can be limit released, and then this was actually a car. I do apologize for the times. I'll speed this up so we can get through this quickly and painlessly. This is right. And then we've got cars you can limit release. Like, you can't limit release at the moment, but like you've hit their max. So I can look at my most powerful car right now, the Project D86, which I will make a video about 8-star cars eventually, because it's been fascinating to watch the evolution of these cars and how they've been power creeped in that. Some of them are still good, but it's interesting to see what's happening with 8-star cars. But yeah, with this level 4 here, I've got enough limit release gears type 1s, I've got enough type 2s, I don't have enough type 3s, and I don't have enough type 4s. Currently, like around the release of limit release, just using the release of limit release, anyway, these gears you can acquire them from the exchanges for a limited time and from events as rewards, but once that time period is passed, they won't be available through those means, I don't believe. They'll be available through other means. We'll have yet to see what the type 3 and type 4 gears, how they'll be made available. The type 1 and type 2 gears, however, will always be available in the exchanges from here on out. Type 3s and type 4s, we'll see what happens. And that is limit release in a nutshell there. We're almost through the car section, and then we'll get on to the parts section, which shouldn't be much long because there's not many options there, and it's sort of the same as cars. Now we've got the exchange and sale buttons. So you've got two options here. you've got the exchange where you can either convert cars into medals, or you can convert medals into cars. So I can go to this option here, and you can look at all the different cars you can sell. Now, any car that is favorited you cannot sell, and any car that's in the expedition you cannot sell or exchange. So we can use this filter button here to change, or to just eliminate, like looking at any cars that can be filtered out, and we can just go along and select cars as we please. Select these ones here. Now I can hit this button here to do you want to exchange all these cars for these medals. Now make sure you look through and confirm these selections, because once you exchange or sell a car like so, you cannot recover them. You cannot recover them. So once you make them, if you make the mistake, it's gone for good, and you'll have to try and get it back another time through other means. Now, if I do select a car that has affinity, like this one here, it will warn you that, okay, this car's got affinity level, it's got synthesis points, and it's got affinity level points, it's got synthesis points, like its rarity has been increased. Like, do you want to sell this car? It warns you if you've picked a car that you have worked on and you do not want to, like, and you probably won't want to get rid of. So if you do sell a car, if you do exchange or sell a car that's got parts on it, all the parts will be safe, but the car will be gone for good. In this case, I'm going to hit no because I do not want to get rid of the nut. I do not want to get rid of that whatsoever. With cars you've upgraded though, if it does not have affinity level, it does not have parts on it, or it hasn't been limit released, it will not give you a warning about it. So keep in mind that caution there. And now with medals into cars, so all these medals you can turn them into cars if you really want to. What you can do, so it'll show up every single. Game's bugged. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to come back to this. We'll come back later and we'll fix this up. Give me just a moment. I apologize once again, guys. I don't know why the game bugged on me twice. So I'm gonna avoid swiping, and we're just gonna do this very carefully. Now, if you want to look at cars, you can exchange. You can use this button here. I'm not gonna press it just in case. I'm gonna filter by 3-star cars, so we can just have a look at a cheap option. There we go. So we're gonna minimize the crashes. We're gonna minimize the bugs. But you can have a look through, you can swipe through and have a look at this list to see what cars you want to exchange. If you like a car, you can pick it. You get this option here, and I'll ask, are you sure you want to exchange 5 medals for 1 copy of this car at this rarity? You can only exchange medals into cars for extra copies of what you've already got. So you can't be like, oh, okay, I want a 4-star, 5-star, or 6-star. Using this method, you can't. So you hit this button here and it'll add the car to your garage list. If your garage list is full, it'll go into your presents instead. Now, if you want to pick a specific rarity for cars, you can use the rarity downgrade option. I'm gonna avoid scrolling through this again to avoid the bugs, but what you can do, if you want to obtain a copy of a car you do not have, like at a certain rarity, if you want to obtain a copy of a car at a certain rarity, you don't have that rarity, you can earn downgrade tickets from boss battle events. You got to get into the top 3,000 just to get these tickets, but they are pretty worth it. So you can click on a car and it shows you, oh, these are the rarities you can downgrade the car to, and it'll cost you these medals. So it'll cost me 1 ticket and 2,000 medals to get a 6-star version of this card. I can hit yes or no I'm going to hit no at the time because I want to keep my tickets just in case. I will use them for something else. But yeah, that is the downgrade rarity ticket option there, and that's the whole exchange medals in the car feature there. Apologies about the bugs. Now the next options you've got here is the selling option, which works the same as the cars in the medals, but it's just you can use this for cars, you can use it for parts, you can use it for medals. Every part, every car, and every companion has its different values of coins. Some are the same. Some cars cost less initially, but the more you upgrade the rarity, the more coins they produce for you when you sell them. So it kind of can be like an investment thing. So like the Toyota Hiace KZH100, if you upgrade it to its max rarity, you can sell it for lots and lots of coins. And then there are other cars, like certain gold edition cars, that you can sell from your car list that will give you lots of coins. I do not have an example, unfortunately, but there is, I do believe it's the Honda S2000 AP1 Golden Wasp, or the Wasp Gold Edition, which sells for tons of coins. But because it's such a rare car, if you sell it, like, you won't be able to get that back. But yeah, there are some cases of that. So I can just go sort by this. We'll pick 3 cars. We can use that this option here to unselect them. But I'll get 21,000 coins from selling these 3. Bang! I got some coins. And we can do the same for parts as well. You can use these arrows to select through the different categories. And you can pick a part. Like, so I can go to nitrous. Pick a nitrous. You can even look through these to see the stats, the levels, the rarities, and how many coins they're going to give you. I can sell a part like that. Now, if you have any parts that are under 3 stars, like the rarities under 3 stars, you can hit this button automatically, and it'll be able to select every single part for you that you can sell that's under 3 stars. Keep in mind, you can only sell 10 at a time. It's slow, but it's an option there. You can't do this for companions, unfortunately. I do not understand why. The button borders aren't working for some reason. If you're going to sell a companion, you can use this button here to have a look at the companion individual stats. This is something I will show in the other screens, because we're not up to companions just yet. You can sell a companion. You can even look through stats as well, what cars are equipped and stuff. And oddly enough, it does not give me a confirmation screen for companions. Just be careful when you're selling companions. If it doesn't give you a confirmation screen, you might lose the companion forever. Be very careful with that option. Don't know why it didn't show me there. No, I don't know why it didn't show me it there. Then we have Carbox. So Carbox, this is your extra storage. So you can increase the storage by completing picture book missions, and by buying extra slots from the shop. So you can have 10 spaces. Yeah, that's 10. So you can have 10 spaces at a time. For me, I've hit the maximum possible, which is 760 slots. So you can name these whatever you want. And you can store cars however you want. If you hit the button on the left here, you can change the name to however you wish. You hit this button here, it will confirm the name. So I can change this to like store. It will save the name as store. Put that back to storage. Bang. Excuse me, sorry, that's the name there. And you can only have 10 character limit, keep that in mind. And if you hit the middle button here, you can have a look at every single car that's in this particular box. And on the screen here, you can favorite and unfavorite cars, and you can also dress them up as well. So if you've got any cars in your car box and you're like, oh, I want to do a little bit of customization here and there, this is an option you can do. And oh, there we go, the garage background has come back, and so you can do that there. Now if you want to move cars between spots, you can press this orange button here, gives you this screen here. Now this button will remove every single car, but on the left, so you got the left and right options here. So you can pick your garage, or you can pick a different car box, and you can do the same on the other side here. So we'll go from garage to storage. So let's have a look here. We'll go from storage. You can sort it by different options if you want. It's the same options as the garage. I won't need to show you the names here. But let's say I want to find, if I can find it, remember we can use these options here to sort through the cars. Toyota, high spec. We're gonna go Peacemaker. And we're gonna move, let's see, we'll move this one, and then we can move this one. And then if I don't want to select it, I can just use that, unselect it. Now, you got the two settings there. Now, it's gonna show you like what the numbers will be between the cars at the top. So if I add an extra car, see, it'll change from 232 to 231, and my garage list will change from 79 to 80. Now it's asking like, do you want to confirm the selections? Like it'll just show you like a yes or no option here, and it does have extra dialogue here as well, which just means that any cars that you put in the car box cannot be sold or cannot be exchanged as exchange into metals, and any parts you have installed on those cars will be removed, and any companions as well. So I go yes, now the cars are swapped, and that's that feature there. So yeah, it's a great way to organize your cars and, you know, swap between what you want and don't want in your garage list currently. It's pretty much like an inventory management thing. And last feature for the car section, which, looking at the recording time, this is quite the long video. I will have to probably make this into a second part of the series, or I'll just make this a really long video, because I know after doing this, cut the recording time, and then yeah, just to make it easier for me in the post-editing process. Garage backgrounds, whoops, that there, garage backgrounds. This is the last feature for the cars, and this is like what you can see on all the other screens as well. Now, garage backgrounds, you can change these. Come and go. You can get blueprints from events, or you can get Gold Edition Garage. This is exclusive to the coin exchange and costs a lot of coins to get. Now, every garage background, you need 10 blueprints to unlock the background. Then you also need what's listed at the top above the gold, which is called garage materials. Now you need 1,000 materials to unlock a garage background ready for use. I do believe the first one, which is this one here, you need only 500 materials. This is it's like an introductory to the garage backgrounds. But yeah, these are garage backgrounds you can grab, and I don't have any I can upgrade at the moment. But you got filter options here. I'll have the names up on the screen for you to have a look at. Like, just shows you what you can filter them by. And that's it there. So if I want to change what the background looks like, I can tap on a background. It's asking, do I want to change it? I can go yes, and all of a sudden my garage background will change. I can change that back again, so I can pick this one here. That's changed once again, and then I can change it one more time back to the Gold Edition Garage and have it all shiny like that there. And you can use these sorting options as well, which I'll put the names of these options on the screen briefly so you can have a look. Now, with unlocking the garage backgrounds, you can use a combination of garage material and gold as well, or you can use exclusively gold. Keep in mind, 1,000 gold is not easy to come by in the game often, so I would avoid using gold on this stuff if possible. But yeah, that's the garage background feature there. And one other function of the garage, if you want to have a look at the car, which actually I will get into these in a moment, you can tap on the screen and you can look at the you can have a look at the car in detail in here, and you can also have a look at the background as well, which the floor is very shiny. This is a very shiny background. Now you can turn the lights on or off. You can even use the picture mode, which it will say it will ask for access to your camera, which you've got to allow access to your camera, and now it will actually flip on the camera, and we'll do that there. And for some reason, the garage background sparkle effect is still showing up, which is quite funny. But yeah, it'll have the logo in the top right. If you want to reset the car's position in that, because you can move the car. See, like, I can move this all. Oh no, you can't move it all the way out. You can move it somewhat out. If you hit reset, the car will go back to the middle. But yeah, you can't move the car like that. Only on the camera option. Now, I want to get into the VR Garage option because I've gone through that before. If you want to check out my 10th anniversary update video, you can have a look at the feature from there. So that is all the car section here. Alright, so now let's move on to the parts section now. This is much like the car section, just a little bit different. Parts list here works the same as cars, just slightly differently though. So you can look through the different categories of parts, or you can just have a look through all of them. These red icons in the top left corners means those cars are on expeditions, and you cannot change those parts right now. Like, you can unfavorite them, you can't uninstall them from cars, and you can't enhance them. I do not believe, if I'm just looking at these parts here, because all of these ones I've got equipped are enhanced, so I won't be able to test that. You could try it yourself if you really want, but I don't believe you will be able to get any enhancements out of them. Oh yeah, and they can't be used to combine into different parts while the cars they're equipped to are on expeditions. And so that means that if you pick a part and you press this button here, you get to see the part in a bit more detail. I mean, there's not much detail you can look at from parts, but this just sort of helps show like what the name of the part is, what rarity it's at, what grade it's at, like, and what the max grade it can be at, what level it's at, which I've maxed it, and how much stats it provides. That's it there. If you've got, you can use this button here to like switch through the different options. You can't see what part the car is equipped to. However, if you click on a part that is equipped to, that is installed to a car, which you can see by the yellow text there with the black icon, if you hit this button here, you can actually uninstall parts from this screen, from whatever car it's installed onto, which you can see in the bottom left corner of this part, the name of the car and what rarity it's at. This is one way you can quickly uninstall parts if you really want to. However, I generally recommend using the settings screen and the car list screen to do that as a much better option. But that's there if you really want to. You can use this button to favorite and unfavorite part. And if you want to jump to part enhancement, which if I pick this part here, you can press this button and it'll immediately have this part equipped as the base part, ready for you to enhance. But we'll get into that in just a moment. You can also look at your enhancement kits. So these stack. You can look at like what enhancement kits you've got. Let me say that again, sorry. You can look at what enhancement kits you've got and how much you've got of each type. Now, any type you do not have, because there is a type 6 in this game, if you don't have it, it won't show up in this list. Just a little information there. Now you've got the parts enhancement screen here as well. Before I get into that, anytime you see this little red banner at the top, it means there's a special campaign going on for that section here. For parts enhancement, that just means enhancement kits that you use will be doubled. Like their enhancement power will be doubled until the campaign finishes. So what you can do here, you can look through this list of different parts you've got to see what you can use, or you can select enhancement kits as well if you really want to. Now you can tap here or tap this button here to change the base part. You can use this button to change the rarity, what level, to see what level the parts are at and how much points they add to a specific stat. I can select a bunch of parts just like trading them, or synthesizing, like trading cars, selling the parts, or even synthesizing cars. I can hit that orange button, which I'll just do it again now. There we go. Oh, hang on, just like that there, bang. Now you can either hit yes or like you can either hit enhance or cancel. It just shows like these are the parts you can do, like these are the materials you've selected. If I go enhance, it'll use up all those coins and it'll enhance the parts like so. I can do the same with enhancement kits, so I can add 10 there. That will max the part out and just gives you the option there. Now if I want to, I can go to, let's say, transmission. Do that there. The options are the same with this button here. Then you got the filters there as well, which I'll put the names on the screen here, which you can also see that in the parts list as well. Just keep that in mind. That's up there. You can have a look at the part before you select if you really want to. Otherwise, you can just go bang, select. Now, if you want to select as many parts as possible, you can hit this button here, and it'll pick as many as possible up to however many you need until the part is maxed, or it'll just go for the absolute maximum 30 parts. You can only enhance with 30 materials at a time. Then I can just use this, and it'll enhance the part, and it'll show you how much the part has been enhanced by, and what stat it's just increased to. And that is what you can do with those parts there. Now, part synthesis. I've just got a challenge down there. That was nice. Part synthesis, we'll do an example here, which I've got 2 parts as an example. So this is called size up. It works the same like cars. You can select a base part by tapping the left box or the bottom button here. So we can look through different categories, but in this case I'll go others. You got filters here, which is just the same as the parts. And we'll go one of the grade 12 trophies. Now for the material part, you can hit that box there, or you can hit this button here. So there's only one I'm able to select. That there, and then I can go size up, enhance. Now it'll only increase by one size, one grade. I'm just telling you, do you want to increase the grade of this part? Which I do. I'll go yes, and now it's just been graded up, and even to a brand new rarity as well. Once a part hits a certain grade, the rarity will go up, and that's it there. It just shows you what grade it's gone up to and how much the stats have increased by. That size up there, it's pretty simple, pretty easy, just like car synthesis, except there's no synthesis points. You're just increasing part grades one step at a time. And now we're on to companions. Companions work pretty well the same. You've got a companion list. You've got these different options. You can favorite, unfavorite. You can use this button to change through those options yet again. If you've got any companions, you can enhance, which if I have a look through, I've got one here. You can press this button here, it will take you to the companion enhancement screen. We'll get to that in a moment. You've got your filter options here, which I'll put the names on the screen yet again, so you can have a look through, pause, have a read through. You've got 2 different categories here. You can look at all the different companions you've got, or you can have a look at your drift instruction booklets, which are like enhancement kits, but for companions. And they previously did not stack before, which was extremely irritating, but now they stack. Very nice change. It's great, and you can sort up and down if you really want to, like that. Now, I think there is I do believe there's a Type 5 book. I haven't got one personally. I know I've seen it in the shop before, but I've never used it before. If you want to have a look at a companion in detail, you can press this button here. It'll take you to this screen here. Now you can look at the companion in detail. You can look at their skills, their stats, what rarity they are, their name, and you can also look at the profile as well. Now, for every character, they'll have a favorite car, and it'll have just info all about them. This adds to the lore of the game itself. So like I can go to, let's see, Zeus Hisato. It shows his favorite car and just shows info all about the characters. There's so much lore in this game, it's unreal. I don't like the fact that I don't understand Japanese that well. I use Google Translate a lot. If I knew, if I understood Japanese very well, I'm fairly certain I would very much appreciate the lore. Like translating all the names of the cars, like understanding the meanings behind, like just the high-spec cars themselves. The game has so much lore. I'm amazed how much lore it is, and I'd love to appreciate it more, but I just don't quite have the time to translate all the stories in that. So, yeah. But for those that are Japanese and do understand it well, or those that speak Japanese as a second language, I hope you enjoy the story in these games. No, in this game, because it looks awesome. Anyway. If you want to look at the picture of the companion itself, full-blown picture, you can use this button, you can press this button here, bang! You can look at a full picture of the companion itself. Some companions just have these pictures here, which, yeah, they look alright. But the full body pictures look amazing. Like got this character here. I can have a look through, let's see, like Namiko. Just the full body picture there. These look really, really awesome. Like, let's go Haruka. Bang! Like, cool character. These characters look awesome. Just you can look at more detail. It's a great function. I love it. It's awesome. Yeah. If you want more appreciation for the companions you've got, use this feature. You'll like it. And now we can go into the companion enhancements. Now I don't have any companions I can really enhance, but yeah, you've got the same options here, just like parts. You can select as many companions as you can to use as enhanced material, but in this case I don't have any, so I can't really select any. I can select a bunch of books, deselect them. I can press this button here if I want to use this as material to enhance the companion, and then once I've done that, it'll enhance the companion like so. Bang! Now the companion is fully upgraded. So yeah, pretty much just works the same as the parts, and of course for the filters I'll leave the descriptions on the page there. And then we have the grade up option. It's like size up, but different. Now, for grading up companions, you need what are called souls and enlightenments. So the triangular objects, those are called enlightenments, and they're separated by the 3 different categories. And then you got souls as well, which are the orbs. Now, for different companions, like for different rarities, require different types of souls. Because you got medium and small size. So like for this companion here, I only need small size. Like for 4-star and 3-star, you only need small. For any companion that's 5-star or higher, you need medium enlightenments and souls. So keep that in mind. The medium ones take a lot more effort to get, and you can only get them through the exchange that you can find in the expeditions. Which we'll go through in just a moment. So you can have a look through this tab here to see every single companion you can have a look at. Some you just can't create up anymore. You can use that button I just pressed there to get to the profiles again. Use the arrows to sort through them. and you can use this button here to change through the levels and stuff like before. Now, if you're seeing a yellow text there, that text means it's hit the maximum grade. You can't grade it up anymore. This little warning here saying you do not have enough materials. I believe there's another warning you can get. Oh yeah, this warning here saying, hang on, you can't upgrade this companion yet. It hasn't hit the max level. You can only upgrade max level companions. Keep that in mind. If you hit this tab here, you'll only see companions that you can grade up. So, okay, I've gotten a little warning there. This companion is in an expedition. I cannot upgrade it while it's in expedition. That's what happens there. Same, there's these filters here you can use for filtering out the companions and so forth. So I can go to, let's say, grade up. We'll go for a 3-star one, just to make it nice and simple. Nice and cheap for me. We'll go this companion here. I've got all the materials required. Grade up. And there we go. Companions acquired a new grade. And if they do, then some companions will acquire a new skill when you grade them up. Some won't, depending on their rarity. But on that screen there, the companion did acquire a new skill. New skill is unlocked. The more you grade up your companions, the more skills you can unlock. And you can see on this screen like what skills they can acquire. Requires different rarities. So 3-star companions can only have 2 skills. 4-star and 5-star can have 3 skills, and you got to get to the different plus rarities to be able to unlock those skills. So that's that there. You can go to the wiki to look at the descriptions of all the different skills you can get. It's got all the listed skills there in the companion section if you want to check that out. And lastly, for the garage, the final option is the expeditions. Expeditions is where you can get enlightenments and souls, and you can get experience for your companions as well. And in expeditions, you also get expeditions seals, which you can use for the exchange. So there's 2 different categories. You got special expeditions and you got the regular expeditions. Now these do change every week from power, like the type of companion, type of manufacturer, and type of drivetrain that gives you extra bonuses. And the courses do change as well. So what we can do, we can go to these expeditions. They're finished. I can claim my rewards. See, I'm getting a bunch of seals. And every now and then, when you complete an expedition, you have a chance of getting a special expedition, which they do show up in this tab here with the little icon there. These are time limited. The only expeditions that are not time limited are the main ones, and ones that will increase the amount of companions you can hold at a single time. It's recommended that you do these special expeditions to try and get those other special expeditions where you can upgrade the capacity of your companion storage. That's the only way to upgrade the storage for the time being for companions. So I can click on this here, and I can add whatever companions I want here. So I can use this button to change the difficulty, which changes the reward. I can tap on this and select any companion that I've got. If you select a car, you can't select a car that has no companion. You need to install a companion onto the car first, and then you can hit the orange button there. There is that button on the left which isn't usable for quite some reason. I will just pull up Google Translate really quick to see what that says. Oh, which is remove it from assignment. Okay, so if I select this companion here, I can select him, and then I can remove him if I want. It gets rid of him there. So you can pick your 3 companions, and then once you're ready to go, you can hit the orange button here. But instead, what you can do, you can add the recommended companions. It will add the best ones you've got. And once you hit this option here, the expedition will start. Now with special expeditions, you can cancel an expedition of special ones, if you cancel the expedition, it will not come back. Keep that in mind, it will not come back. So I'm gonna leave that there. That's gonna go through and do their thing. So yeah, and with expeditions, whatever difficulty you last use, the game will remember that difficulty for next time. So this difficulty is just total power. So 1500 power for easy, 1800 power for medium, 2100 power for advanced, and 2400 power for super advanced. Now this banner at the top saying, hey, you've got daily gold that you can collect from the exchange. You can tap the button to go straight to the exchange, or you can tap this red button at the top to go to the exchange here. Now there are items you can get. Gold you will get every single week. The drift instruction booklets and the enhancement kits you get every single week. It refreshes. You can hit this button here to see items you've already got or items you haven't already got. So like I've already got those ones, so I can use this to hide them, and that does that there. And this, by the way, is the exchange menu. I believe if you tap that there, this shows you what you've exchanged from previous exchanges and stuff. But we'll get into that in another video. These are the two main exchanges you can see from the companions. You can see coins, which I'll get into that later on, and this is your regular seal ones. But we'll get into that another time. Go back to the companion exchange, so you can get your gold, which I'll do that now. Bang! I just got some gold. And this is where you can get all the enlightenments and souls. Now they have different exchange rates, different amounts, but you can get these infinitely. So these will never run out. You can always exchange seals for these enlightenments and souls, but you can use these to upgrade. So like I can go 1,000 seals for, let's say, one lot of 100 of these souls. Okay, yes, and it's just giving me some of that there. So that is all of those functions there. In a nutshell, that is the whole garage section completed. Now the next sections will be the race section. It will either warrant its own video, or it will be combined with the shop and dealership, depending on how much content I can get through in race. There is less content in race compared to what there used to be, in terms of like different options. But yeah, that's all that there. Or in other words, not race, battle, because that's what it's called. It's called the battle screen. But yeah, that is all of that in a nutshell. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this helped you out, and I'll see you all next time.